Hey everyone, I'm Kamal. I'm the founder of WritePanda, the AI writing assistant for podcasters and YouTubers like you. One of the biggest challenges of creators is growing your audience, specifically discoverability of your podcast. How to enable more users to discover your content easily. WritePanda is built specifically to address that. For a podcast to catch the attention of new listeners, it needs to have a catchy title. And it also needs to have show notes that summarize what to expect for a new audience. And then timestamps, which help someone go to the specific parts of your podcast that they are interested in. And not just that, many times in your podcast, you're going to be talking about links or resources and how awesome it would be if your users can just click through the links right from your podcast landing page. Now, with WritePanda, you can create all of this in seconds. Now, the second challenge is marketing your podcast. How do you make more users aware of your podcast? That's where WritePanda can help you repurpose your podcast content in the form of blogs, newsletters, tweet threads, and viral short clips like this. Now, normally you would have to go through your entire podcast or hire someone who would go through your entire podcast and then come up with these contents. Or you might want to tell your video editor specifically what parts to cut. Again, you have to remember what parts are interesting in your video to cut. Now that's where WritePanda makes it incredibly easy for you to repurpose your content. And that way you can publish the content from your podcast into platforms like Twitter, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and that way you can capture more and more users and get more eyeballs on your podcast. Now, without wasting much time, let's jump into a quick demo to see how all of this works. Now, once you create an account in WritePanda, you're going to start here. So this is the dashboard and you have a few options here. You can start by uploading your audio, or if you have a YouTube channel, and you can start by uploading a video. Now, WritePanda can also read websites and PDF documents. We'll come to that later. Now, let's say you are a podcaster and you want to transcribe your audio. So simply select audio, and then it will ask you to upload your podcast in the form of an MP3 file or an MP4 file. Or if you already have it hosted elsewhere in the form of an MP3 file, you can simply provide the link here. Now, give a name for your podcast for your later reference. Let me say demo transcript, and then upload your podcast. Browse, and let's go ahead and upload it. It's going to take a few minutes. It's going to take a few seconds to minutes, depending on the length of your podcast, to transcribe your content. Now, once your video has been uploaded, it will start generating the AI content. So here it's going to generate your full transcription, newsletters, timestamps, links, mentions, quotes, and all of the interesting bits that you need to publish your podcast into your favorite podcasting platform. Now, as you can see, the content is starting to get generated. The first, you have the full transcription ready. You can simply click read more. You can see the full transcript here, and they are speaker labeled, as you can see. Now, what if you wanted to update the speaker with actual names? Simply edit this, and this way you'll be taken to a full in-app editor, and you can edit any parts of this transcript. Maybe there are spell checks that you want to do, or if you want to update the speaker labels, simply change the labels here. Go to identify speakers, identify speaker A, B, and so on, and then simply click update transcript, and then the speaker labels are automatically updated. The best thing, you can also translate this transcript into different languages. Let's say you want to transcribe this into Hindi. Simply select Hindi and say translate. This way you're going to make your podcast accessible to more and more audience. Now let's go back to the generated content. Simply click home, and then all your transcriptions are going to be ready in the bottom here. Simply click view, and now you can see most of your content is generated right now. For example, you have a title. You have 10 different titles to choose from, and you can simply select the title that makes sense. So let's go ahead and select the title that really makes sense. I think scaling a startup from concept to 100 million makes sense, and I'm going to change this name there. And then show notes, right? So you have show notes that summarize the content exceedingly well, and you can again edit this with our in-app editor, or if you're happy, simply copy and then paste it in your platform. And then you also have links and mentions. So this one didn't have any links or mentions. Timestamps. So again, you can simply copy and paste this directly and your timestamps are good to go. And then you also have quotes generated from that. So let's say there are interesting quotes spoken in the podcast. The quotes are taken with the reason for selection and the specific time when they occur, so that you can go ahead and use that straight away. And not just that, you can also repurpose your content in the form of tweet threads, like I mentioned. So here you see a great Twitter thread summarizes the podcast with icons that you can emojis that you can simply copy and paste in Twitter. And blogs. So if you want to repurpose the content and publish blogs, or if you want to repurpose the content and publish newsletters, that way all of it has been ready right away. So let's say you want to edit some of this. You can edit this. It opens in the in-app editor. Let's say you want to change this into a more concise tone. So when you select it, it automatically gets selected here. So the text to improve, you can rephrase the text and you can make it more conversational and auto write. The AI will then rephrase this text in a different tone, and that way you can progressively improve the blog or newsletter that's generated from your podcast. So this is how AI content will automatically be generated. You can edit them and make them even better. So these are the different sections. The first section is the transcript itself. Then you have the AI content, and then there is Panda chat. You can now literally chat with your podcast. You are not restricted by what content is generated out of the box. You can also ask it to write anything here. So for example, write a summary of the podcast. And then when you submit it, you're going to get a summary in a few seconds. There you go. You have a 99-word summary of the podcast that you can use it right away, any platform that you want. And please bear in mind that this is a full-fledged AI chat assistant. This way you don't even need ChatGPT. You can ask it literally any question. You can even ask it how to market my podcast. Now let's go to the last section, which is AI videos. Right now the video is empty. You can start by generating a new video, and there are two ways to generate a video. You can manually edit your video yourself. For example, when you edit it, you will have to then choose. You can start playing it.
In the early days.
And then if you know specifically what parts to edit, you can specify the start of the clip, end of the clip, and generate. Now let's go to the other option, which is the AI assistant generation. Simply click analyze and generate videos. So our AI will automatically look at all your podcast content, identify the interesting hooks that have potential to go viral or potential to interest audience, and then it will give a title and the specific parts of the clip that you need to edit. So as you can see, it has generated a few interesting hooks and also the reasons why that hook was generated. So this particular clip, 47 seconds long, provides interesting insights into struggles of starting a food business. And the next one provides background on how the company was started, and it's 49 seconds. So now you can select whichever one actually makes interesting to you and simply click generate. And then you'll be asked to select a template that actually works. So you will be able to generate automatically captioned videos, audiograms that you can then use directly. So let's go ahead and choose this one and click submit, and that's it. You have to sit back and relax. We will automatically generate a video and notify you when. Here you go, we got notified that our video is ready. Now if you go back into your AI video content, you can see that the video is now generated.
That's to be where we gravitate. Look, I think
so that's how you can generate automatically AI videos. And best thing is, if you are uploading a YouTube video, we'll automatically generate videos in this format, and there are more speakers, will automatically position them on the top and bottom and caption them as well. We're adding more and more templates, so if you need a template that you don't find right now, please let us know and we'll add them quickly. So WritePanda is the only tool that any creator needs. Get WritePanda now.